You vegans need to settle the fuck down. Ever since people figured out I can get fucking triggered, I've been getting all kinds of articles and shit. The articles I've been getting are about fucking an effort to get rid of real meat. Can you guess who's doing this? Rich fucking vegans. That's who's doing this. You know, and celebrities who are buying into the whole plant-based diet shit, you know, they have no concern of our ancestral diet prior to agriculture ushering in many of the metabolic diseases of today. You know, and of course we've ramped that up over the past 100 years to huge proportions. Be that as it may, people like Bill fucking Gates, you know, who's sitting here like he's fucking Dr. Evil plotting the next big fucking takeover of the world, you know, or Oprah, you know, who's piloting new Weight Watcher diet, calorie counting horse shit. They're bound and determined to fuck us up, you know, and the reason Bill is doing this is because he fucking wants to solve world hunger. Imagine in a fucking midst of a goddamn obesity epidemic, we got somebody who's trying to solve world hunger. And anybody who knows, when you take an impoverished society, particularly in third world countries with native cultures who were eating hunter-gatherer style diets for many years and you know, for one reason or another couldn't find animals, or the land was barren or whatever, end up starving. So we are nice, you know, with Coca-Cola and all these other fucking sponsors that come in, Kellogg's, and we bring in all of this processed shit, and we're like, here you go, eat, live, and get diabetes and heart disease and all the other shit that comes with this processed crap. So now we want to take away one of the real foods that for millions of years we have eaten healthily, happily. We've eaten meats, dairy. Millions of years we have eaten animals. Now, that's not okay. It's gonna fuck up the environment and shit. How did we go millions of years without fucking up the environment? Oh, factory farming. Well, yeah, I agree. We could probably harvest our animals and breed them a little differently than we do, probably in a more healthful way. But you could argue the same thing with our fucking agriculture and the fucking vegetables that are, you know, bastardized by Monsanto, putting their fucking crap in it and causing us to have bad gut health because of the antibiotic qualities of fucking Roundup. But the thing is the more we fuck with our natural diets, the worse off we will be health-wise. Now, vegans will argue with me all day on this point. They'll be like, oh, our vegan diet is a healthy diet. Vegan, vegetable, fuck meat. I'm just tired of it. I really am. And I can tolerate you not consuming these things. But when you're trying to fuck with my diet by getting rid of meats, by trying to replace regular burgers with veggie burgers, you know, I ran into this recently. One of the restaurants I went to, I was going to eat ketogenic and I wanted a burger without the bun, of course, and without the condiments. I wanted a nice, big, thick, juicy burger. They had a big, thick, fucking veggie burger. If I want vegetables, I will eat vegetables in their normal form, like a salad or something. And I do regularly consume my vegetables that way. I do not want those vegetables processed into a patty that looks like a fucking cow, even bleeds like a fucking cow, which is the big thing that everyone's on fire about, as this company figured out how to make, some blood-like patties out of this vegetable shit. And I don't think that that is the way to go here. You're still missing out on the essential amino acids that are only provided by meat. The nutrition value of these veggie burgers is probably a tenth of actually eating a burger, as far as iron and all of the micronutrients that are dense in meat. You have to eat a fuck ton of vegetables. So for like one burger's worth of nutrition, you would have to eat 10 veggie burgers. And that's just not fucking healthy. And it's not what we are designed to eat. I don't know how many fucking times I have to say this. Hunter-gatherers didn't eat this way. And our genetics are based on hunter-gatherers. Our genetics have not evolved to eat this way. So for you to come in and be like, we're going to solve hunger by giving you this bastardized food, which is creating a $5 billion industry, which is what the veggie burger, vegetarian shit has become, is an industry driven by money. And what we know is when shit's driven by money, health is not a concern. Longevity, as long as you don't drop dead in the first couple 3-4 months, we're good. We'll fucking sell you our shit. And never mind that it'll kill you slowly over 20 years and rack up healthcare costs and all this other shit that processed foods do. And a veggie burger, make no mistake, is a processed food. It's got chemicals and additives to it to make it meat-like. Alright? Might as well just eat the fucking salad and shut the fuck up. Pour some olive oil over that shit. Put something savory to flavor it with if you're trying to get that meat effect. But veggie burgers are bullshit. And if you guys go as far as vegans as trying to enforce your diet on us, you're going to have problems on your hands. This is not the solution. All right? It's not. You're not going to stop factory farming. The market won't let you. You're not going to convert everybody to veggie burgers. You are not going to get everyone to buy that frankenfood shit. You will have a small niche market of people that are vegetarian and vegan who will adopt that. Your dreams of taking over the entire fucking diet with vegan foods, vegan processed foods, will not work. People want real, whole foods, regardless of if it came from an animal or it was grown in the ground. We're doing the best we can here. We need to cut down on the processed foods and stop fucking our diets up. And we're moving in the wrong direction if we are moving to a purely plant-based diet. I have reversed most of my negative health consequences while eating sometimes exclusively animals. Alright? I'm a ketogenic motherfucker. I have experienced tremendous gains as far as mental acuity, energy, mood stabilization, which I'm back on the horse after this cheat day. Fucking, there's so much good health to be gained just by eating the way we're designed genetically to eat. We are not fucking herbivores. We would have a completely different digestive system if that was the case. And there are things in meat and animal fats that we require for long-term health. There's no way around that. You have to supplement to be a vegan. You can't just be a vegan and stay healthy. You'd have to sit there and go to GNC and spend hundreds of dollars on supplements to mix with your fucking greens and your salads, or you buy heavily fortified fucking processed foods, of which you don't absorb a lot of that shit, and you have to eat a fuck ton of veg to get the nutrients that you need to survive as a vegan. That is a fact. You like eating lots of salads? Well, you better be eating it all day, every fucking day to get the same amount of nutrition as 3 eggs. And there's certain things in eggs that you are not getting when you're eating vegetables. You're not. So, vegans are triggered me. I'm triggering you with this fucking video. Now, there is one thing we can agree on. If the whole world went keto, then we would have probably hunger issues to no end. We'd be a lot healthier as a people, but I do agree with the problem that could crop up unless we refine or work on our, meat agriculture, because right now it's a fucking disaster, that would cause a lot of problems. Now, a lot of dairy and stuff like that is a renewable resource, as in you just need to increase the amount of cows, that you are getting these products from. But for the most part, I could see it becoming an issue if the whole world went keto at the same time. So if you had a ground to stand on, and I think that's what Bill Gates was approaching this from, as in solving the world's hunger with processed foods. Well, we've done that. We've done that with various nations that we have access to. And what we end up doing is giving them, at an alarming and catastrophic rate, the metabolic diseases that we are going through, that 65% of Americans are going through. The whole world is getting fucked over by our processed food diets. And these are high carb, which we're not designed to tolerate very well. Low fat, we're not getting a lot of our meats and fats and essential vitamins and minerals that come mainly from meat and fat sources. And, and we're wondering why. So yeah, we can keep them from starving to death short term and give them a longer, less healthy, lower quality life. And I would argue that if for some reason or another I could not remain keto, as in the foods just weren't available, I would suck it up, fast a lot more, and eat the standard American processed food diet, because a slow death is better than a quick death, which starvation can be when you run out of body fat. So we can stand some common ground, me and Bill Gates here, we can agree on that processed food does have a place in areas where you just can't get whole foods. However, most of the world does not have this problem. They don't. Processed food is cheap and widely available. And so is diabetes and heart disease and cancer and all the things that go with it. Widely available. And while it's cheap to go into McDonald's and buy the dollar menu veggie burger if they come out with it, so far I haven't seen anything about veggie burgers in McDonald's yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen. You can go in and spend very little money on these heavily processed, sugar-laden fucking processed foods. But you're going to, in the long run, pay more for your medical costs, your prescription drugs, your trips to the doctor, your leg amputations, your eyesight loss, your lost productivity, your obesity problems. There are all kinds of things that you get long term when you spend less on your food short term. A lot of people are like, keto's expensive, motherfucker. So I can't afford that shit. And so their excuse is, I'm not going to fucking go keto because it's too expensive. But you're thinking short term. Yeah, it might cost you a little more now, But them high carb processed food diets, and we're now going to get rid of meat and replace them with more carbs. And then at the end of our life, we're going to end up in the hospital hamster wheel, which funnels you into the fucking nursing home hamster wheel, which fucks up everything and costs you a fortune. Keto is by far cheaper than that. And I've seen people through my channel and through other channels in the keto community reverse their health problems, get off of the prescription drugs, which are saving them thousands of dollars, fasting more so they're not spending as much money on food in general. If you do ADF, you cut your fucking grocery bill in half. How's that? You might even eat a little more. Maybe not quite half. You might eat a little more on your eat days. But you're still not eating every fucking 3 hours like everybody else, which can get a little pricey even if it's cheap processed foods. Because when you're in that hamster wheel, you're wanting to eat all the fucking time. Get out of that hamster wheel. And stop with the veggie burger shit. And one of the things Bill Gates is sponsoring here is Impossible Foods, or Impossible Meat Products or whatever. And if we look through here, at the motherfucking nutrition facts for the Impossible Burger, you will see some disturbing shit. First of all, you're getting 5 grams of carbs with no fiber, less than 1 gram of added sugar, which means it's almost 1 gram of added sugar per 3 ounces. I don't know about you, but a 3-ounce burger is a little on the small side, so you can probably say anywhere from 10 to 15 grams of carbs for a nice, if you're eating a burger like the fucking picture, you're fucking eating more than goddamn 3 ounces of meat or fake meat. Now they fortified the shit out of the vitamins, but there's still some very important lacking vitamins. If you look down here, vitamin D and fucking calcium, 2% and 0% RDA. These are vitamins and minerals you get from animal products and cheese and milk and beef. And they are a requirement for bone health. And you're probably not going to absorb them very well if you don't have them with a good quality fat source. You can see they fortified B12. There's no way that you're absorbing all of that. There just isn't. So go out and look into the ingredients. Now, if you make a homemade veggie burger, it's not going to taste anything like a real burger. The thing with this company was that they've duplicated the bloodiness of a burger. I probably will never try one. I'm against it from a completely philosophical / lifestyle standpoint. I would rather go into McDonald's and eat chicken McNuggets all day than to eat one of these fucking veggie burgers. All right? At least with the chicken McNuggets, I'm getting some animal fat and animal protein mixed in from other animal parts and various other chemicals that are in it. But if you look it up, chicken McNuggets are like the only non-fructose added food on the menu, along with, I think, the hamburgers, but the buns make up for it. So, just leave our food alone, all right? Quit trying to make everyone plant-based. It's an effort that needs to be nipped in the bud, all right? Not everybody wants to be a fucking vegan, all right? I would be miserable trying to be a vegan. If all I had were plant-based foods and carbs available all day, I know I would feel like a bag of shit. I would be bloated from all the processed foods. I would be miserable with just eating salads most of the time. I would not be happy that I couldn't have cheese or heavy cream in my coffee. I don't want to eat that way, and turns out my body's not designed to eat that way. So quit trying to transform our fucking diets into a plant-based diet. You're a vegan. If you want to be a fucking vegan, go be a fucking vegan. And leave me the fuck out of it. And leave other people out of it. You're not smarter than us. All right? You're making a choice based on your politics and beliefs, not based on science, not based on ancestral health, not based anywhere other than the fact that you don't like that we are killing animals. We're doing it in a inhumane way because of the fucking factory farming. That's something that could be rectified without going to a plant-based diet. And we're also supposedly harming the environment, though I would argue, if you look at the amount of car and truck traffic on the road, I'd say that is the bigger concern than whether or not some cows are shitting. All right? I'm just saying. You know, if we had to weigh the factors that could be affecting our climate, I would probably weigh the millions and billions of fucking cars on the road and trucks spewing out all kinds of shit. That probably would be a little more heavy in the realm of motherfucking environmental disasters. Don't think we need to stop eating what we're designed to eat based on that. Just saying. So keep an eye out, because I'm noticing there is still a strong plant-based push going on to change our dietary guidelines to a vegan diet, and it isn't driven by health. It's driven by political motivations, by industry, because it turns out it's a lot cheaper to produce vegan processed foods than it is, and it keeps you in the processed food hamster wheel, all because so they can slap vegan on the side of the box, vegan safe. It's right next to gluten-free and fucking organic. These are all marketing ploys. It's become a $5 billion industry, and when something becomes a multi-billion dollar industry, they're going to protect it and push an agenda for it that includes funding studies, that includes buying off doctors, that includes paying off our government to make laws and guidelines that support a plant-based diet. These are the same tactics that have been used by other industries in the past, the cigarette industry, the sugar industry. All of these other industries have done this shit. And now we have a plant-based movement that is being pushed on us. And anyone that's a ketogenic diet person knows that restaurants, supermarkets, and people in general socially cater to vegan diets. But if you're keto, you're out of your fucking mind. We ain't got no keto shit. What, you eating bacon and shit? That's bad for you. Here, have a veggie burger. You know, they've got fucking veggie burgers at this party. Fuck you. You don't get to eat what you want to eat. We don't give a shit. What you're doing's wrong. It's fucking wrong. You need to eat this plant-based shit. We went out and bought this extra special shit for our 2 vegans that come to our fucking party, and you're an asshole if you don't eat that shit. That's the difference. We cater to vegans all the time, all over the place. Any restaurant you go to, any fucking place, there is a vegetable vegan safe meal. There's not a keto safe meal. We have to pick and choose. We don't know if there's sugar in that shit. We don't know what carbs they mix in. Most places mix in carbs with shit. It's fucking nuts. So, it is what it is. That's it for my triggering today. I got a little spike in adrenaline there and shit. Anyways, I noticed my camera might be heating up. That'll be interesting. Remember, I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. Sorry if I got triggered, but you guys seem to like that shit. I don't know. I'm tired of the vegans just overstepping their bounds here, all right? I'm not sitting here making the whole world keto. It'd be nice, But I'm not pushing legislation. I'm not funding corporates, companies. Of course, I'm not rich enough to do that. But if I were rich, if I were Bill Gates fucking rich, I wouldn't be fucking trying to buy out the food industries and to pimp out fucking fake foods to replace real food because we're trying to stomp out non-existent hunger and replace it with chronic disease-inducing diets. It is what it is. There are starving people in the world. I don't disagree with that. But changing from whole foods to processed foods, even vegan processed foods, is not the solution to world hunger. It is a Band-Aid you put on a situation until you can get real whole foods. That includes vegetables, but also includes meat and dairy to people who need to eat properly, who are malnourished, who are starving, and who are experiencing short-term problems because they have no body fat and they are starving. Veggie burgers aren't going to fucking solve that problem. We need to get on board with getting real food to these people. And that includes fucking animals. And I'm telling you, if you're starving, the last thing you want to hear is some fucking vegan walking up to you. Here's a nice veggie burger and shit. No. You want them to bring you a goddamn fucking turkey leg the size of your face. And you want to fucking chow down on that shit. I know I would. If I was starving, I'd be like, where's the fat? Where's the protein? Watch any Naked and Afraid and you'll see them fuckers when they're starving. They're like, I want to kill a fucking animal. There's a fucking squirrel. Let's kill that fucking bastard. Let's get him and shit. We crave fat and protein when we're starving. Just saying. There's a reason for that. And salt. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit.